Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon. Your boss voice from where?
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon, all of
Good afternoon.
you. Good afternoon, Adityan. Good
Good
afternoon, all of
afternoon.
you. Ian. Very
Good
good.
afternoon,
Good
ma'am.
afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon, and congratulations
Good afternoon.
to Gauri and a few children. I forgot the names, but still. Isa, what happened this time? Amna. Okay, no problem. I put the question paper with a little tough. I have
Good afternoon, ma'am.
purposely I have included a few tough questions. No problem. So next time, I hope that you will be getting good marks. Okay, and a
Yes.
special congratulations to the kids, those who scored a very good mark for the examination, especially those who scored above 20. Okay, above 20 is a very good score. So congratulations to all those who scored above 20. Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
If you get a very less score also, don't worry. You will be getting another examination soon. So you can score better mark then. Okay. So let us begin our session.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I know that everything is in a solve transformation of sentences, right? So let us begin transformation of sentence. Okay. We have learned 4 kinds of sentences, right? You know, you are familiar with the declarative sentence, you're familiar with imperatives, you're familiar with interrogatives, and also you're happy to hear exclamatory. And also yesterday you got an additional session, and I'm very grateful for you to coming on time for attending that session and supporting me for taking that session very well. Okay, a special congratulations to all who supported, a special gratitude from my part. Okay, so children listen, transformation of sentences. The term itself, what do you mean by transformation of sentence? We are transforming, we are
Sentence without changing its meaning.
excellent. We are just changing a sentence from one form to the other form without changing its meaning. That is very important. Transform, transformation, a change. Okay, but now we are not changing the form or the meaning of the sentence. It is possible by changing a word in it, by adding a word in it, a part of a sentence, and also the entire sentence can be transformed. Example, I have told you to listen to the active and passive voice classes, because without changing the meaning, we are able to express one form into the other form. Or active to passive, we are not changing the meaning, but we are using a different kind of method to say the same sentence in a different way. This is called transformation of sentence. And also, you are familiar with the direct and indirect speech. You're not knowing, you will be learning next year, but direct, indirect speech also is an example for transformation of sentences. Clear?
Ma'am,
Okay.
you have given a sentence before as a homework,
Yes.
but no one has
Yes.
given the answer.
Okay, we'll check it. We'll check it. So let me start from
Ma'am, I just joined now.
No problem. No problem. So listen here carefully. Transformation of sentence means changing. We are changing or we are converting. No, this one we covered already before the exam. That is why I'm repeating this. Okay. So transformation of sentence means changing or converting by changing a word, or we can change a form of a sentence, and also we can change the sentence as a whole without changing the meaning. This is very important point. Okay. So let us learn the next slide. As you all know, the same point is repeating, and you can see the example written here. He is rich. Without changing the meaning, I changed the sentence from affirmative sentence to affirmative means what?
Positive.
Yeah, affirmative sentence to a negative sentence. He is not poor means he is rich. Okay, he is not poor means he is rich. Okay, and interchanging an affirmative into negative also. This is what I have given on that day. Okay, the razor is blunt. The razor is not sharp. Okay, blunt and sharp are the opposites. Okay, so I have added to change a sentence into negative. I can use different wordings. As you all know, we can use never to make a sentence negative. We can use no to change a word into negative, or we can use hardly, scarcely, rarely,
No.
little, few, none. All these words can be used to make a sentence negative. Okay, so we'll be able to change an affirmative sentence into negative using all these words. If you see all these words, nothing. Everything is possible. What is the negative word of that sentence? How to change?
Nothing is
Nothing is
impossible.
impossible.
Possible. By adding a word nothing, I have changed this word or sentence into a negative. Okay, so transforms without changing a meaning. I'm just changing the entire sentence. Okay, this is called, or this is what is called how. Yes.
When you took the class of transforming the sentences, I was not there.
No problem. Now I am repeating the same. Okay. Now I am repeating the same right from the first slide onwards. Okay. So my dear children, transforms. Once again, transforms. We are changing without changing the meaning. Okay. So you know how to change a negative into assertive and assertive into negative. Okay. By adding all these negative words, you can add and also use the opposite of the words already given in the sentence. Okay. Clear? Am I clear, children?
Yes.
Do you have any
Yes,
doubts?
ma'am.
Okay.
No, ma'am.
Okay, very good. So again, let me share the next page for you. See, I have words, none. I have words. See here, look at this example. Jack rides a bicycle. Here, the use Jane. Why I have used Jane here?
Because it's not saying
know the
about
reason?
Jack.
Yes, of course. That is very correct answer. Jack does not ride bicycle means the sentence is actually a wrong sentence, right? So instead of Jack, I should put some other person's name. So Jack's sister, Jane. She does not know how to ride a bicycle. So meaning is not changing because Jack knows how to ride his bicycle. But Jane does not know how to ride her bicycle. Okay, this is how we can transfer. You are free. Transformation of sentence. You are free to express your ideas and ideologies in the form of a sentence, in the form of a great structure of sentences. Okay, but remember, you should not change the meaning. Clear? Am I clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Clear. Okay, next slide. Look at the next slide. Changing interrogative sentences into assertive. This is what we discussed in the previous class. Here, there are a few points to remember. I have told you, if you know, interrogative sentence asks question. Agree?
Yes, ma'am.
And all these interrogative sentences are ending with the question mark. Agree?
Yes,
ma'am.
We cannot use any other punctuation mark. If it is a question, you should put a question mark at the end of the sentence. Agree?
Yes.
Okay. When we transform a transformation or when we transform an interrogative sentence into an assertive sentence, into a statement sentence, remember, if the question is negative, use positive statement. If the question is positive or affirmative, use a negative statement. Okay. When you transform an interrogative sentence, when you transform an interrogative sentence into assertive and assertive into interrogative, vice versa, both the sides equal, because you should remember, if the question is a negative question, statement should be positive. Okay, if the question is a positive question, then you should use a negative statement. Am I clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Am I
Yes,
clear? Okay, so
Yes,
these are the very important point that you should remember. You can see the words like anything, ever. If you are planning to use anything or ever in a sentence, or if you are tracing these two words like anything and ever, these are the examples for affirmative statement sentence. If it is there, the statement is, or that question is a positive or an affirmative statement. So you should change this anything into nothing. To change it into a negative statement, you should use, instead of anything, you should use nothing. And also ever will become never in your sentence. Clear? Clear?
Yes,
And what do you mean
ma'am.
by a point number one? So children, remember the point number one. If the question is an affirmative question, use a negative statement. If the negative question is used, then you can use an affirmative statement. If in your sentence you can see the presence of anything or ever, you can change it into nothing and never. Clear? Now, what do you mean by rhetorical question, children? What are rhetorical questions? Rhetorical questions.
That doesn't require an answer.
Does not require an answer. Means what? Can you give me an example for a rhetorical question?
Ma'am, how can man remain immortal?
How can man remain immortal? Because we are not expecting a particular answer. We don't know the answer at all. We doesn't want an answer because we don't know. That is beyond our control, right? That is beyond means not in within our limit. It's going beyond and beyond the world. We don't know why man is not immortal, right? So such questions are called the question which are starting with the WH word but does not require an answer is called a rhetorical question. A question does not require an answer. As Hessa said, that is a correct, suitable example. She said an absolutely correct answer. And you know, we are using this rhetorical question to get, or it does not require an answer at all. So we are, it's a part of our, and we have to remove. If you see this WH words in a sentence, you should remove WH words from an interrogative sentence, and you can use suitable wording to fit or to make your sentence beautiful, okay, without changing the meaning. So when you see a question with WH words used in it, you definitely want to remove the WH words from the sentence, and you can use as according to your vision will a suitable word. Examples are here. We have already discussed. That is why I am just moving with a quick pace. Okay, so here comes the example, rhetorical questions. You know, when an interrogative sentence begins with a word like how, what, why, when, where, or who, WH words, right? WH words, you can use it in a different way. How and what are removed from the sentence type, and it can be expressed in your own words. Okay, we have examples also here. See, we have got a few examples here. Are not dogs faithful animals? This is an interrogative question. This is an interrogative sentence. It is a question. Are dogs, remember, are not dogs faithful animals? First of all, if you want to convert this question into a statement, there is a way. Declarative sentence, it follows a pattern. Subject, verb, object pattern. Agree?
Yes, ma'am.
Agree. So when you get a question, you should find out the subject in it. Tell me the subject used in the first question. Are
Dog.
not dogs? Yeah,
Dogs.
because dogs. You know, subject is either a noun or pronoun used in a sentence. Agree?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
So here the subject is actually dogs. So we should begin our declarative sentence with a subject, dogs. Now it is followed by a verb. Agree?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
so the verb is present in the sentences. If the auxiliary verb is present in the question, you should use the same auxiliary verb in your answer. So you know that this is are. Why I haven't included not here in the answer?
And because it's negative.
Yes,
Negative.
according to the rule,
Affirmative.
according to the rule, if the question is a negative question, we should not use a negative word in the answer, in the sentence, in the statement, right? So you are starting with the dogs, the subject, and are the auxiliary verb, a faithful animal. The remaining are faithful animal, a predicate. Okay, can they be turned into night? Can they be turned into a night? Remember, this is a question. Is it a question with a, is it a question in negative or an affirmative sentence?
Affirmative.
Very good. This is an affirmative question. So your sentence should be
Negative.
negative. First of all, we need to find out it. If you want to change the sentence into an affirmative sentence or into an assertive sentence, into a declarative sentence, you should find out the subject first. What is the subject here?
Day.
Day. So we can begin our sentence with day and followed by a verb. Cannot be turned into night. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Will he
Yes, ma'am.
ever forget the experience? Question. Will he ever forget the experience? You know, you can see the presence of auxiliary verb here. So you should use the same auxiliary verb in your sentence, because as you all know, if the question is in present tense, answer should be in present. If the question is in past tense, answer should be in past tense, right? So here you can see the question is in future tense, right? Will he ever forget the experience? So the sentence, it's an assertive sentence. We should search for a subject. What is the subject here? He. Definitely he. So we should begin our assertive sentence with he and followed by the verb.
Will.
And You know the use of ever here. You can see the use of ever in this question. So as I have told you, if it is ever used in a question, we should change it into never in the answer, right? Because this is a positive or an affirmative question. So you need to take it into a negative one. You need to change the answer into a negative answer. So instead of ever, you can use never in your sentence, right? So he will never forget the experience. Clear? He will, because will is already used here as an auxiliary verb. So he will ever forget the experience. Clear? And using the punctuation marks are also important. A question ends with a question mark. A statement ends with a full stop. Okay, now you look at here. We have WH question here. Who would not like to be leader? Who would not like to be leader? Would is an auxiliary verb. Would not shows that the sentence is actually a negative sentence. Okay, this is actually a negative sentence. So we want that sentence into a positive or an affirmative form. So who would not like to be a leader? The presence of who is here. So as I have told you, if who or what or how is used in a sentence, when you transform it into an assertive sentence, we should remove who. Okay, we should remove who and you can fix suitable word here. So everyone would not like to be. Who would not like to be a leader? I want to become a leader. You also want to become a leader. We all want to be a leader in a group, right? But so here by removing who from the question, we are fixing everyone, the word, and the same question auxiliary verb I have removed not, because not is a negative word in the question. I should not use a negative word in the answer. So everyone would like to be a leader is the answer. Get it? Are you getting the answers?
Yes,
Okay. Now look at the next question. How can man remain immortal? Rhetorical question. How can man remain immortal? Man cannot. I have removed how because it is a WH word. Man cannot remain immortal. Because why I have used cannot? Because in the sentence, this is an affirmative statement or a question. So I need to use a negative word in the answer without changing the meaning. Clear?
Can day be turned into night is a rhetorical question, right?
Yes, of course it is. Yes. Okay. So my dear children, these are the examples for changing an interrogative into assertive and assertive into interrogative. Is that clear for you?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have any doubt?
No, ma'am.
Okay. So now let us discuss about imperatives. How to change an imperative sentence into a question. Okay. What are imperatives? Yesterday you attended a class and you know what are imperatives in English. Imperatives always phrases a command in the form
request,
of an order.
advice.
It can be a very good, and prohibition. Excellent. All these are the if the sentences are in the form of any one of this, you know, this one is called an imperative sentence. And tell me what is hiding behind the walls there?
You.
You.
The subject you.
What is the subject of an imperative sentence?
You.
Excellent. You is always the subject of an imperative sentence. Okay. So when you transform an imperative sentence into an interrogative sentence, the question should start with will you. Okay. Always you use the term will you. What is it? Open the door. Open the door. If this is an imperative statement sentence for you, how to change? Will you open the door? Excellent. Will you. Always use will you before the imperative sentence. Please bring me a cup of water.
Will you bring me a cup of water?
Will you please bring me a cup of water? You should include please there. Will you please bring me a cup of water? Clear? So you should begin your interrogative sentence with will you. Why you only? Why we are not preferring any other words there? As you all know, the subject of an imperative sentence is you. Clear? So imperatives to interrogatives. Imperative questions, you know that it is starting with a verb form. And if you want to, once you identify it as an imperative sentence, you can convert it into an interrogative sentence. And you can begin with will you. Remember, will you. Why you? Because you is the only subject of an imperative sentence. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
If please is used in that sentence, also add that please along with the sentence. Okay. So I have a few examples for you here. Okay, changing an imperative sentence into interrogative. See, look at the board. Get away from the pool. You know, it's starting with a verb, so it is an imperative sentence. See, you can see I have started with will you. Will you get away from the pool or not? If you want, you can use like that. Okay, will you get away from the pool or not? Look at the second example. Please don't disturb me. It's an imperative sentence. So I have used please, will you please stop disturbing me? Okay, please don't disturb me. Will you please stop disturbing me? Okay, don't disturb changed into stop disturbing.
Stop disturbing.
Okay, stop staring her. Will you
stop staring
Staring at her.
Okay, these are the
So it
examples.
always
Shut the door.
starts with will
Shut
you?
the door. Will you,
Will you
shut
shut
the
the door?
So this is the pattern of changing an imperative sentence
Ma'am,
into
so for
a
every sentence we have to use will.
Yes, because it is either in the form of a command or a request. So that is why, because we have only you there, right? We have only you there. You go and take a cup of tea means you haven't gone and take it up, right? You want to do it in future, right?
Yes.
It's not done. It's
Yes.
not done. And also we are using will to show the power of commanding. Will you? Will you is a very strong wording, right? So will you can be used to begin a question if the sentence is given in imperative. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Clear?
ma'am.
Am I clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Amal, why a great clap for me? Hi, Anju ma'am has finished her class, right? He is clapping and he's going. Don't run away from grammar classes. Okay, so listen carefully. We have another sentence here. We need to talk about the exclamatory sentences. Okay, now let us come back to the exclamatory sentences. As you all know, an exclamatory sentence always ends with an exclamation mark everywhere. Okay, if in an exclamatory sentence, if the words like how beautiful, what a beautiful girl, what a beautiful, what a pretty frock she's wearing. Okay, oh, how beautiful she is. If such words are used in exclamatory sentence, you can remove such words, and instead of that how and what and all, you can use the words called great and very according to the sentence. Okay, see, look at here. I have an example. How cold the night is. I'm in a desert place. It's chilly cold outside. I cannot bear the chillness of the weather. So I'm just freezing into very low temperature. I cannot even bear the chillness. So what I should say is, oh, how cold the weather is. I cannot bear it. Okay, so if I want to change this, how cold the weather is, that particular exclamatory sentence which is ending in exclamation mark into an assertive sentence, remove how and what from the sentence, and you can add a word called very and great. So how to change this how cold the night is into an assertive?
The night is very cold.
Because you should search for the subject first. Okay, assertive sentences are starting with the subject. Assertive sentences are starting with subject. That is why we have started with the night. How cold the night is. So night is the subject there, is the auxiliary verb. So once you change it into, or once you transform this particular exclamatory sentence into an assertive sentence, use a pattern subject verb object. Okay, and you can write the night is chilly. How cold? Instead of how cold, I can use very cold. Night is very cold. I cannot bear the chillness, or I cannot bear the cold. Okay, of that particular weather condition. I cannot bear it. Okay, so you have to follow the sentence and you end the sentence with a full stop. Then your answer will be correct. Okay, so remove how, what and all. Okay, what a beautiful girl. The girl is very beautiful. What a beautiful girl she is. Okay, the question is what a beautiful girl she is. Exclamatory sentence. So search for the subject. The girl is very beautiful. Clear? Clear? So I have
Yes,
removed
ma'am.
what and how from the sentences, and I can use the words like very and great in it. Okay, I have a few examples for you. Somebody is playing with the mic. Okay, look at the board. How beautiful she is. She is very beautiful. It is in the form of assertive. Why I have started with she? Because a form of an assertive sentence is subject, verb, object pattern. It should be in this pattern. What a beautiful view. What a beautiful view. It is a very beautiful view. Okay, according to your way. You have to say how sweet the song is. The song is very
Very
sweet.
sweet.
See, look at here. Oh, for a price. This is what the question I asked that day. Oh, for a price.
No,
When
ma'am,
you
you have
use,
asked one different question.
okay, but this word is actually exclamatory word. I remember the word starting with the O, right?
I wish I
Ma'am,
had a
it's a
card.
wish.
So your answer should be using this format. If your sentences, if your assertive sentences, I wish I had won the prize, when you convert it into an exclamatory sentence, use this form. Oh, for a prize. Okay, oh, for a prize can be changed into, if such exclamation marks, if your sentence is an exclamatory mark which you express a cry. Cry means what? Cry means not only we are crying aloud for getting something. We are not crying all the time. Cry means to say loud in a very with loud voice. Okay, I want it now. It's not a cry, but I can say that she was yelling. She was crying it out. Right? Her voice, I cannot bear her sound. She was loudly saying everything. So she, why are you crying like this? Why you cry louder? You are not actually crying in the sense you are not actually shedding tears, but you are talking everything with a loud voice. Sometimes I used to shout in front of your class, right? The way once I started shouting, nobody can control me. I'll go on and go on and go on higher, right? So the same way, we can cry out means because of happiness. She cried out, oh, for an ice cream. She cried out means she is not crying to get an ice cream, because she is actually raising her voice. Wow, I want an ice cream. Vanilla essence is there, or that flavor is good. I like vanilla flavor. So I want a vanilla ice cream now. Okay, so we can use I wish. So in such situations, you can change your sentence into an assertive by using the statement called I wish. Okay, I wish I had an ice cream. I wish I had an ice cream. Clear? Am I
Yes,
clear?
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so my dear children, it is almost the time. So let me let me go quickly into all the slides now. If there is any doubt comes, you can ask me. Okay. So exclamatory sentences, how cold it is today. So it is very cold today can be written. Remember the punctuation marks. Okay. So let me share the screen once again right from the first slide. Transformation of sentences. Okay, so we have completed that topic. Next 5 worksheets are based on transformation of sentences, kinds of sentences, and also we need to know how to change a sentence into another form without changing the meaning. And a few worksheets are based on jumbled words to rearrange your sentence to get a meaningful sentence without changing the meaning. All these are the few worksheets that we need to do in the coming days. Okay, this topic is for your
And when
final.
are you sending the note?
This note is already uploaded, it seems. I'll be sending it in the class group also, the
Can
same
you
notes.
please send it one more time?
Yes, sure, of course, of course. Okay, so transformation of sentences, to transform, to change from one form to the other. Assertive into negative, negative into assertive. Oh, Amal, very happy, drinking milk. Are you drinking milk, Amal? Then what are you drinking now?
No, I don't.
What are you drinking now? You're showing an action that you are drinking a milk. If there is, another extra glass with you means you can share it with me. I am also tired. I want a glass of milk.
No.
You put some boost also. Okay. Okay. So transformation of sentences. As you all know, we have some points to remember. We know we cannot change a sentence fully. We can, if you want, you can change it using active and passive voice. There is nothing wrong in it. Okay, interchanging affirmative into negative by using the words. Negative words are not. What are the negative words in English grammar?
No, not
No, not, never.
None, nothing, never are the examples for negative words. We are concluding. Don't worry, we are concluding it. Changing exclamatory sentences also, because as I have told you, exclamatory sentences introduced by what? How? Are transformed into assertive sentences by substituting the words like very and great in it. Okay? Very and great in it. Remember this point. Changing an interrogative sentence into assertive also we discussed. If the auxiliary verb is not present in a sentence, how to get the auxiliary verb from that?
Ma'am, can I repeat the question?
Yeah, of course, we have to split the main verb to get the auxiliary verb. Okay, what is important within an interrogative sentence?
We should find the subject first.
An interrogative or declarative sentences are starting with a subject followed by a verb, ends with an object, and also which punctuation mark. As kinds of sentences are very important, a wrong punctuation will give you no marks. Okay, if you want good marks, follow the right punctuation marks. With a declarative sentence, you can give a full stop. With an imperative sentence, you can use 2 punctuation marks. One is full stop, the other one is exclamatory mark. And also in a question, you should use a question mark. And at the end of an exclamatory sentence, use an exclamatory mark. And remember, if there is an exclamatory word or an interjection is used in an exclamatory sentence, after the word, after the interjection, give the exclamation mark. Begin your sentence with a capital letter, ends with a full stop. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Clear? Is that clear? So this
Yes.
topic is completely
Yes,
over.
ma'am.
Transformation of sentences are over. Okay, and you work with all the things, and it's time to end my session. And I'll be giving.
Ma'am, thank you, ma'am. 45.
Ma'am, it's till 3:40.
Okay, you can do exercises, you can collect materials, and I have an activity for you. Okay, as you all know, a few authors. I have an author called Sudha Murthy. Okay, so read any one of the stories or short stories written by this great writer Sudha Murthy.
I already read her story,
Okay,
Mahashweta.
fine. If you,
Ma'am, I have read it in library.
very good, very good. Sudha Murthy is a great writer. So do one
Ma'am,
thing, collect and read one work of Sudha Murthy and write the gist or the summary of the particular sentence. I mean a particular book which you have already read or which you are planning to read, and write the summary of the book. Okay, and be ready with it in an A4 size sheet.
ma'am.
Clear? This is the activity for you for doing it. And October last, this month last.
Ma'am, we are discussing in the class or we should send in the WhatsApp?
No, I'll be asking somebody to read it in my class. Okay, that time that person should not say that, ma'am, I don't have anything. I can do it now. I can do it later, or I'll be sending it to you. No.
Ma'am, when is the last day?
I'll call any 3 persons from this class that time. Then you can do the presentation of yours.
Ma'am, the last date?
October last. October last.
Ma'am, about who?
Sudha Murthy. The writer is Sudha Murthy. Go through one of the work of Sudha Murthy. Write the gist, G-I-S-T. Write the gist or the summary of this novel or work written by Sudha Murthy, and be ready at the end of this month. Clear?
Okay, ma'am.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Bye bye. Thank you, ma'am.
No. I want a wish. I don't want a song.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Very good.
Thank you, ma'am.
See you later.
Thank you, ma'am.